Hi there, welcome to the newest video. This is from me around in March 2026. This is for future me 2026. If you're watching this video, please tell me about your health, yourself, you're fine, your financial status. I didn't mention financial because I am assuming you should be fine, sort of stable. If you're not, then tell me. And if you're living and you're still living right now, congratulations, you lived another month. I am proud of you, you're doing fine. Also, if you're feeling yourself, I think you should really hate yourself more because you're a failure and you didn't work hard enough if you decided to become lazy in that year, in that specific month. I don't want you lazing around. I've already seen you done it before in the past, future me. So I'm going to talk to you like if I know you better. So besides that, I did fine. I'm doing fine. Climate change is not the best. The president that I'm currently under is not he's not sane. And all the people that voted for him are not sane. And some of the other people who are uneducated are also not sane. And they're ripping the country apart because of the lack of sanity. Besides that, this is for my cadets as well. Thank you very much for staying around me. If I did pass away, hopefully not. Make sure to pass these around, make my channel known, and you'll start to begin to realize how significantly impactful I was to human history. Because even with this small size that I'm at right now, I always make sure that everything I work on is timeless. I make everything iconic. I'm supposed to do that. That's my job. I also want to make sure people work hard for themselves as well. I want that too. If you can't do that, then you've betrayed yourself. And I also want to predict later on for those in 2029 and 2032. I want you to be careful about the asteroids that come up very soon. I know the world goes into changes, and 2032 isn't going to be that year I really want to see be another nightmare year, which is after 2025. It's just a lot more as significant because in 2028 something else happens, and I don't want to say it because though I am technically know a lot more about the future because of how I calculated and predicted things actually over the years. I'm not going to be able to say it because then if I say it, it won't happen. It's going to be in my head, but my head doesn't really normally affect anything whenever I start thinking of things. It's just my brain's neurons working and doing their job. Besides that, just be careful in 2032. And in 2025, I did predict it. Some of those other things I recorded back then for future me, those things that were shows like past me trying to get to future me, yeah, that past me knew exactly what was going to happen. And right when I knew that Donald Trump was elected and put in right there, and all that other stuff came in, I sure knew what was going to happen next, because I know 2024 was the year of exposing, the year of learning and studying in people that should have been studied long ago, or should have been publicly brought to attention, because now a lot of people that could have been not hurt sadly haven't gotten their pain prevented of. They got nothing was prevented. There's a lot of people that got hurt in 2024. In 2025 it's going to be worse. I want to also give you another thing, is that I want you to try to predict how long ago this recording was. 2032, I'll also be very watchful. I will be on the standby if I live to that year. I might even be the same person. Well, maybe the same person, but probably a different scale. Probably, and most preferably, I hope another scale. Because if I heat those out there like that, best be even if I had a small standing in a group of people, I'd be happier with that instead. And if I'd able to pull off what I wanted to pull off since 2014, 2012, then I've made it. And I've just become one of the most genius people to ever lived on Earth ever in human history. That's not going to be easy to do. I'm a small person in this very large rocket world, but I know what I'm capable of, and I know how little I live with. And that doesn't stop me from being able to do what I want, especially when it's to make everybody else feel superior. If you don't go beyond any limit, then who are you? Some other corporate manager's paycheck. And you don't want to be that. I mean, to be able to get all these other massive companies, put them on the trial, and treat them as who they are. And if even better, finally have everybody stop doing all this shit, fighting against each other, and finally find a way to be able to work to get this planet civilized and propelled into a secondary human evolutionary era, which I really want to see. And it probably won't be by Elon Musk. Besides that, that's it.